just giving a special shout out to the Great Saint Think Tank. Much love to the fam. Appreciate y'all. In this one, fam, we got a little bit of news to talk about. And we covered some of this stuff on TSC Q&A Live last night on our Patreon. So for the family members out there who want to support, they can feel free to go to patreon.com /the PRO network. Free to join via YouTube as our YouTube membership. Link is in the community section of the page. If you're on your PC, if you're on your phone as well, you can go to the community section. It's very easy to do. But anyway, news today: New Orleans safety Malcolm Jenkins announces retirement after the 13-year NFL career. Now, Jenkins announced his retirement Wednesday after a pretty good 13-year NFL career that saw him win a couple of Super Bowls with two different franchises. He was 34 years of age, originally joined the Saints as a first-round pick out of the Ohio State University. So, listen, we know he won a couple of Super Bowls. He announced it via his show with Ryan Clark, is how I got it. And we knew eventually that something was up with him after the Saints restructured his contract. And, of course, he was asked about it. He, being Dennis Allen, the new head coach of New Orleans Saints, was asked about Malcolm Jenkins' status yesterday, in which he simply replied that he didn't know, and that, you would have to ask Malcolm Jenkins. Well, the next day we got our answer, didn't we? And, of course, if you go on Malcolm's tweet, he has, "Grateful after 13 seasons, my time on the football field has come to an end. I'm just a boy from Piscataway who through this game became a champion in the sport and a champion for the people. My time on the field may be over, but I'll never stop fighting for people." And that's via his Twitter. And like I said, Malcolm Jenkins, first-round draft pick player, did a very exceptional job in terms of coming out for the Saints the first time around, was a part of the Super Bowl team we had down here, went up to Philadelphia and won and helped them. It was a serious contributor to Philly winning that Super Bowl there. Then, of course, finishes his career with the Saints, and he's stepping on out of the way. So Malcolm Jenkins retire, and congratulations to Malcolm Jenkins. We'd like to thank him for all of the stuff that he did for the black and gold. Thank you, brother Malcolm. And also, moving forward now, what's the next step? What's the next step? But it to me, shouldn't be that bad of a next step for the black and gold, to be honest with you. Y'all knew who I'm thinking about. Now, we wasn't bashful about picking up Daniel Sorensen, a backup safety, a special teamer, last week. Now is the time to pick up another former safety from the Kansas City Chiefs by the name of Mr. Tyrann Mathieu. So we can pick him up. And listen, Tyrann is down at the in Baton Rouge at the LSU spring training that's going on down there, and he's there watching them, giving support and having some fun. The Saints have the money. We can go after Tyrann Mathieu. Remember, he made $14 million a season last year with that 3-year contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. And what we're pretty much hearing from him is he wants, a little bit more than that. Can the Saints make it work? We know the magical pen of Mickey Loomis is able to pull those deals off and if anybody knows how to make it work, it'll be Kai Harley and Mickey Loomis. He'll make it work. But then also, this is an article that came from Chiefs Wide, and this is just posted not too long ago about his free agent. We like I said, we covered this on the show last night on our Tuesday stream on Patreon, that he's being relatively patient in how he's moving in terms of free agency. He expects a deal to come along, but he's not in a rush. He ain't being Tyrann Mathieu is not in a rush to get a deal done. Now that Saints know that Malcolm Jenkins is done and he's retired, that opens up a spot. So the Saints relatively are going to have 2 new starting safeties in the secondary when the season starts. We already signed Marcus May to replace Marcus Williams, who went on to Baltimore. Now we'll have another safety to replace in terms of Malcolm Jenkins. Could that be Tyrann Mathieu? Could that be the guy who has still unsigned yet? Saints do have the money, can make it work to sign Tyrann Mathieu, who's in Baton Rouge. Or the Saints on the phone right now with Tyrann Mathieu having a discussion. Remember, prior to all of this stuff, there was mutual interest due to Saints revisit them. They've got to at least have a serious conversation about bringing Tyrann Mathieu here. And listen, I just want to say, if we use our Great Saint Think Tank, our imagination, the Who Dat Nation imagination, and you have a Tyrann Mathieu, you have a Marcus May there, along with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson operating the nickel position. Whether PJ Williams comes back is another thing. We signed Sorensen, and I can see the Saints picking up a safety in the draft, this upcoming draft next month. So with that being said, man, this is a fantastic time. A lot of flux, a lot of changing going on right now. The Saints will do themselves a service by picking up Tyrann Mathieu. It just set off all type of excitement in the Who Dat Nation to have Tyrann to finish his career with the black and gold finally, man. Wouldn't that be special? So with that being said, that'll be the end of the stream. I'd like to thank you guys for chiming in on this special report, man. We'll be looking out for it, because the news could happen later on today with a deal for Tyrann Mathieu. Hopefully, we'll keep our fingers crossed on that as well. So please feel free to hit the like button if you hadn't hit it. Please feel free to share the shows on your social media feed as well. And if you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button and join the Great Saint Think Tank, the sports coma of the Who Dat Nation, via subscription. So with that being said, I'm going to holler at you guys a little later on our Monday stream. Peace and Who Dat, baby.